Welcome to the Honolulu Cheese Podcast, the pretty much #1 NFC North podcast. I'm your host, Matt. Joining me as always, my co-hosts, Moran and Ryan. Boys, do you smell it?
I smell it.
Football is pretty much back. We got training camp kicking off this week. Very excited as we get into camp. It's hot out. Guys are sweating. Some of them are sleeping in dormitories. My question is, if somebody presented to you a button and they said, if you push this button, Ryan, I just thought that this question actually is going to maybe be a hard no from you due to your field of work. But anyway, they said if you push this button, it is, 12:59 on week 1. Your team is about to kick off. Do you push the button? Moran, let's go to you first. Are you pushing the button? You're in the stands at Lambeau. The Packers are about to kick to the Lions. Are you doing it?
No.
But you're losing the rest of summer. Not doing it?
It has nothing to do with the summer. I just like seeing the grind of training camp, the surprise players. Like, we do a podcast, I would say for a living, but we haven't earned $1. Thanks, YouTube. But, no.
Well, why are you letting people into our pockets, bro?
No, we just, us three are not September to January fans. We're year-round fans. Shout out C. But, we like the grind. We like watching players develop. We like surprises. We like cuts. I don't know. Maybe I sound corny, but I like the grind. I'm good. The weight makes it just a lot better.
I love that. What about you, Ryan?
If it makes Matt and Moran stop sniffing their microphone saying they can smell football, let's just get to it, honestly.
That's going to be a new weekly thing.
It never
smell
sounds
that?
better.
Week 9.
It didn't sound good a month ago. It doesn't sound good today. No, honestly, and Matt kind of, hinted at it. I'm on summer vacation right now, bro. And, I work in a school, as most of you know, and I'm not trying to get through the summer break any quicker. It's going by quicker than I expected. So, for me, it's a selfish no, but I also agree with Moran that I do like the build up. I like the wacky topics and overreactions from, one clip of training camp football that you see for certain guys. I love that kind of stuff. So, yeah, bring it on.
I saw a clip, Jamison Williams working on his route running, expanding his route tree. He literally looked like my kid when I tell him to go long. He's literally playing catch, and they're working on his route tree. Come on, let's everybody.
They did the same thing with.
I saw Jackson. Oh, sorry, bro. I was going to say real quick. I saw Jackson Dart's first pass as a Giant at training camp get picked off for a pick 6. It's here we go.
It's gonna fit right in.
No, I seen a Matthew Golden It was
slow-mo touchdown. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what are we doing?
What they should have done with that one, Moran, I was just thinking, is they should have shown it in real speed, but said it was slow-mo, and the whole league would be like, holy crap, look how fast Matthew Golden is in slow motion. That would have been genius. Yeah. I'm a no as well. As I mentioned a couple weeks ago, I love summer. Although for me, with my daughter being due just around the corner, in the next week or so, passing over that first 6 weeks of newborn baby when you're not even the dad, you're just the guy who works there as mommy's assistant, I wouldn't hate that. But no, I'm sticking. We're staying.
But you love fireworks though.
Well, of course. I mean, fireworks are just the greatest. We did, boys. After a few slow news weeks, we had a plethora of news this week. So I am just going to...
Hey, Matt, we talked about using words you cannot spell. Please don't start.
Plethora? I think I can spell it. Plethora. I don't know if that's right. We'll have to fact check it.
I think you had it right the first time, bro.
All right, I'm going to rattle through these, and then we'll circle back. Maybe everybody could just pick one that they, have a comment on, want to discuss, whatever. So here we go. TJ Watt gets paid 3 years, $123 million, makes him the highest paid non-QB in NFL history. The Jets threw around a bunch of money. They extended both Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson. Trey Smith got cashed out, the most money ever for a guard. The Chiefs also extended George Karlaftis. Less good news, Rashee Rice is going to jail for 30 days. I don't believe that's 30 days consecutively. I believe he can serve that in the offseason or in spurts. Zach Tom got paid. A little NFC North news, 4 years, $88 million. The Bengals are still Bengaling. Trey Hendrickson just left the state of Ohio because he hates the Bengals so much. He went down to Florida. And Shamar Stewart, last I saw, is still practicing with Texas A&M. So take the over on the week 1 Bengals game, I guess. The second round pick dominoes have all fallen. I believe everyone, if not almost everyone, has signed after there was some uncertainty last week when we chatted with friend of the show, Andy Herman. Had a couple retirements, Mike Williams and Tyrann Mathieu, both retiring. Tyrann Mathieu one made me feel a little old. Von Miller signed with the Commanders. The Commanders do have Von Miller. They do not have Terry McLaurin. He has not shown up to work. He is holding out. And then there was some Lions injury news. Levi Onwuzurike out for the season. Moran, any of those stick out to you? Let's save the Zach Tom one for our Packers training camp talk. Anything else? Stuff you like, stuff you didn't, stuff that surprised you? What was your main takeaway from all the news in the last week?
The Terry McLaurin thing is just strange to me. Like, you had a rookie quarterback. He obviously balled. Just number one weapon. Like, you would think you want to keep him satisfied. Just the whole... And I don't think it's going to last. It's probably going to be, a week and he'll be signed. But I don't know, man. The Commanders are like one of those teams that have been bad for a little while and they just got good. They probably should act a little bit smarter. Like, if they were, 5 and 12 and they're like, oh, what's it matter? We won 5 games. Like, no, you're a legit Super Bowl contender. And I don't know. You're going and getting Von Miller. Like, I wouldn't be looking at anyone until my guy is locked up. it's just weird to me.
On top of that, too, like, I just feel like the vibes around the Commanders the last,
terrible.
18 months. I think they've just been amazing. Like, from no more Dan Snyder, you get rid of, the toxic owner. You have talks about a new stadium. You draft Jaden Daniels. He looks like the absolute truth. Like, everything is pointing in the positive direction. And the one guy who's been there through all the shit, been a good soldier, put up numbers with trash QB play, wants some extra cheddar, and you're, on a rookie QB deal, and you can't, toss this guy, a 1 year, give him a raise extension? I don't know. It just seems like bad process. I'm not in the negotiations, but I'm with you, Moran.
That's what I thought was off. Yeah, you're right. The vibes are just great. But even, and I don't want to get into politics, but even Donald Trump and the whole thing with the Commanders, Redskins, just, it seems like the team's off. It's just, I don't know what's going on. And then, it just got me more upset when they signed Von Miller.
Well, I mean, how much is Terry McLaurin looking to get paid, right? I think that's the big thing. Are you looking to get paid a top 5 receiver?
Yeah, as much as he wants.
I love Scary Terry. I respect the hell out of him. And Matt's absolutely right about the culture right now. We were sitting on this show at this time last year, and Jose, shout out to Jose, we remembered him dogging the Commanders because they were in a very low place. Every Commanders fan had their head in the sand. Nobody wanted to root for this team. You didn't see any good thing coming out of them. And then you draft Jaden Daniels, you win a playoff game against the 1 seed, and suddenly they're on top of the world. Our YouTube comments have Commanders fans talking shit to us every day 5 months later. It's insane, the fan base. And they earned it. Go ahead. I'm giving them their flowers.
I just want to rehash 3 weeks back. Ryan still rated the Lions ahead of the Commanders, but I digress.
I still do. But that doesn't mean I don't respect them.
I know.
When fully healthy, I do think we're ahead of them. But yeah, I mean, Scary Terry does deserve to get paid, though. Matt's absolutely right. He sat through all your bullshit. He sat through terrible quarterback after terrible quarterback. Pay the man.
I'd imagine that Terry McLaurin probably looks at the DK Metcalf extension, which was 30 per. So it's not top of the market, but it's second tier money, and is I'm making 22. I'd like to be closer to 30. I think it's probably a pretty fair ask, but maybe he's like looking for 50 and he's being wild. Who knows? I'm not in the negotiation.
Also, you hit it on the head. Like, why does DK and George Pickens deserve to get paid and Terry McLaurin, the guy that hasn't
100%.
said anything negative, not get paid? Like,
No, exactly.
It's just strange.
Exactly. The one that stood out to me, I love TJ Watt. I think he's a great player. And I don't even fault the Steelers for doing this. Like, you're all in on 2025. You have no chance at anything without a healthy, happy TJ Watt. But he's over 30. He's already been injured a few times. I don't know. I just don't know how that contract looks a year or 2 years from now. And again, I get it. You beat the Myles Garrett deal by a couple bucks. I get it, but I'm just I don't know. I think I would have tried to get a little more creative with just and maybe they don't have the cap room. I don't know, but it just felt like one of those, ooh, that's a lot of cheddar for a guy who's probably played his best football.
I'm going to ask my brother a question. Moran, why does Matt hate TJ Watt so
I have no idea.
much? Like a month ago, you're comparing him to Trey Hendrickson. You're sitting here after his extension saying he doesn't deserve it. Go look at the Steelers' record with TJ Watt
and without
him.
It's
without him, they are dog shit.
Wait, hold on. Not even the record. And wow, I just hit my elbow. That hurt. But not even the record. Wins and losses, you can only do so much when you're looking at a defensive player. But their rankings as a defense with and without him are astonishingly different.
Mm-hmm. He is that dude, and he's not that old, man. He's a vet, but he's not he's not Tom Brady, sitting here at 43 years old.
You know what drives me nuts about Matt? This man would skip his daughter's birth to support Trevor Lawrence, but God forbid he supports a defensive player of the year. What?
And this isn't meant to be TJ Watt slander. He's a good player. He's not quite Myles Garrett. He is, a top tier defensive player. But yeah, I just think and really 2 years from now, if the TJ Watt money looks crappy, it may not even matter, right? The Steelers are back in quarterback hell. Aaron Rodgers is probably, in a cabin somewhere. So maybe it doesn't even end up mattering. They're all in for this year, and then we'll figure it out from there. If you're on a rookie QB deal, it's probably fine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a believer, just to kind of throw you an olive branch here. I don't want to pay guys for what they've done. I want to pay them for what they're going to do. I strongly believe TJ Watt is still going to produce in the next couple of years. Injuries are injuries. You can't control that, but
yeah, no, that's certainly fair. Ryan, anything on this list stick out to you that you want to discuss in more detail?
I don't understand. We'll get to the Levi thing on Zarique when we get to the Lions training camp. I have a lot to say about that too. I don't understand what the Cincinnati Bengals are doing. I need someone to explain this to me like I'm 5 years old. How are you so colossally pissing off?
Even if that's not a word, it could be to describe the Bengals.
But you hear what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You understand where I'm going with it?
Yeah.
What are they doing? You drafted a guy who a lot of Lions fans wanted, by the way, and he's nowhere to be found because he's pissed. Trey Hendrickson, your best and only player on defense, is pissed. This is I'm not gonna say Super Bowl caliber, even though they kind of are, but right now with this going on,
if you have Joe Burrow, your Super Bowl window's open.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, right. You're in a tough division. You can make it. What? I just don't get what they're doing, man.
Matt, I gotta ask you something.
Shoot.
What does Trey Hendrickson deserve to be paid?
30 per? Same as Terry McLaurin?
Okay.
Roughly?
What did TJ Watt get paid?
41 per?
Okay. I was just trying to dig you into a grave, but you caught yourself. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, and again, like TJ Watt is more highly regarded than Trey Hendrickson. I think when I made that argument initially, maybe I thought Hendrickson was younger, but I definitely TJ Watt a tier above Trey Hendrickson. I will definitely take the L on that one.
That's fair. I was
Yeah,
just
I
getting
just-
the over 30 because Trey Hendrickson's 32. So I was trying to set you up, but you passed with flying colors. I'm proud of you.
And
Appreciate that.
Hendrickson is older than I think. Like, I thought he was younger too, Matt. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I thought he was like a good 28, 29. I think he had a late surge in his career for sure, but I don't know, man. That's a really good team that is fumbling the bag right now in Cincinnati, and I don't.
Well, they
I'd
don't
be
have
so
a bag.
mad if
They're
I
not
was a
giving it
Bengals
to
fan.
anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The bag isn't even there.
Bro, and this all goes back to the T. Higgins extension. Like, I truly think they should have let that man walk, even though I love T. Higgins and I love him and Jamar Chase together. But look at what's happening around you, and that's got to be a piece of it.
The T. Higgins thing was just a favor to Joe Burrow and Jamar
Yeah.
Chase. That's all it was. And I'm not
And
saying he
honest-
doesn't deserve it, but like they
Right.
wanted to keep them happy.
So like, and my whole thing when they did that was just like, if the difference between paying T. Higgins is like alienating Joe Burrow and like making Joe Burrow super happy, then
Right.
even if you're like, God, we'd probably be better off spending this money on Trey Hendrickson, without a happy Joe Burrow, you're friggin' buried. So who cares?
I agree. And I don't know if it was that thin of a line, like either sign T. Higgins or I'm pissed off. But I just think defensive end is so much more important. Like, you have to prioritize D. It's the second most important position in football besides quarterback. Like, wrap that guy up.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. All right, boys. Our main topic of the discussion today, just kind of wanted to, talk a little training camp as we go in, kind of run through the NFC North team by team. Just talk about like what questions you think face your team going into training camp. What are you keeping an eye on, wanting to see how things shake out? I thought it'd be a fun change-up, though, if we actually talk a little Vikings first, because we do not have a Vikings fan on this podcast. We
Thank God.
think that they exist out in the world, but frankly, I've never met one. Well, maybe one, but so I think I probably speak for all of us. The biggest question facing the Vikings as we head into training camp is JJ McCarthy any good? Like the difference between JJ McCarthy playing like Jaden Daniels versus playing like Will Levis. Obviously that's like two extremes, but like that's the difference between the Vikings being a Super Bowl ready roster and picking in the top 10. So what do we think? I mean, JJ McCarthy, do we think he's good? How would we know? Do we have any idea?
Are we
Do
calling our shot on JJ right now? I mean, we can do it.
Let's do that.
I'm not mad at it.
Let's do that. What do we think of JJ McCarthy's rookie season looks like from we don't need like stats, but is he looking competent out there? Growing pains, starts slow. What do we think?
I think that he's going to be a very competent, like upper end of game manager-esque. Like, I don't think he's going to come blow the roof off, but he's on such a talented offense with such a good coach who fixed Sam Darnold last year. Like, I can't see a world where he plays worse than Sam Darnold, And you got Justin Jefferson at the end of the day. You have
Sam
Hockenson back
Darnold
healthy.
Sam Darnold balled last year, Ryan.
He did.
Played awesome.
He did.
So
but then we broke him.
No,
And
I
then-
agree.
I don't know. And that's my point, though. Like, I don't think Sam Darnold was ever, like, good. I think
Sam
Kevin
Darnold
O'Connell
can
made
can
him good.
rip. Sam Darnold can rip some throws, though. I think Sam Darnold has a better arm than JJ. I think JJ's way more athletic.
Yeah.
He's not always ripping it to the right spot, but he is ripping it. So it just kind of depends what you're looking for.
I think JJ's... Oh, sorry. Just to finish really quick. I think that JJ's whole year is going to depend on his mental toughness. And that's his biggest thing coming out of Michigan. He won a natty. He was a leader the whole time there. He always says the right thing. Like, I think he's on the perfect team as a first-year quarterback. He really is.
And obviously, Moran, we can't speak for Vikings fans, but can you imagine that there's anything else that Vikings fans are paying attention to during training camp? It seems like that's got to be dominating the talk, right?
Well,
know.
they're not very bright, so they're probably like focused on the punter or something. But
chill.
no, but no, like Ryan saying that he can't play worse than Sam Darnold is blasphemy. Sam Darnold was an MVP candidate last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Ryan was never an MVP candidate.
He had 34 touchdowns and 12 picks. That's MVP like.
There was like a point in like late in the season before those meltdowns where like I think he was third behind Lamar and Josh Allen, like in the favorite poll.
Yeah.
Which is just insane to say, but like the guy was balling.
I don't know, man. I have such high respect for Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson that I just can't picture a world where JJ McCarthy absolutely stinks. Like he had a red shirt year where he got to learn the playbook. Like he's the same coaching staff. He's got talent around him.
But those guys were there before Sam Darnold, and the quarterback never looked that good. So like Kirk Cousins was good, but like I think Sam Darnold had a better year than Kirk Cousins ever did in Minnesota. I could be wrong. I don't remember.
Kirk had really great years too, man. Like that's why he's the highest paid one of quarterbacks in NFL history.
Well, that's because he took advantage of one-year deals. But
Hall of Fame bag getter, Kirk Cousins.
For real.
First ballot.
But Kirk also had great years.
But just to put in perspective, and this isn't a shot at Jared Goff or anything like that, Jared Goff had 3 more touchdowns than Sam Darnold over the year. Like, Sam Darnold played very well. And I think to say, like, JJ McCarthy's going to play anywhere near that is stupid. If he does, like, might not be surprised because Kevin O'Connell's a good coach. But I'm thinking...
go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
sorry. I was just going to say, I think that's why I put, like, upper end game manager on it. Because I don't expect JJ... Like, meaning having a good year for JJ to me doesn't mean that he's going out throwing for 4,500 yards and having 40 touchdowns. A good year to me means you lead your team to like 12 wins. You're not making critical mistakes to lose games. You're not throwing pick sixes. You have ball security. Like you're making the throws you got to make, and you're just kind of playing your game and learning, right? Like being a good rookie doesn't necessarily mean you have to be Jaden Daniels, but you can just be a good rookie.
Ryan, can we trouble you for, I know this is on the spot, a good comp of like, I could see JJ McCarthy having I got a perfect taller Kyler Murray type impact on the Vikings. That was the first one that came to me. Like, could he be like it's not a great comp because their play styles are so different, but like that mold of like the 9th to 13th best quarter, something like that.
The comp that comes to mind for me is not a good one because he turned out to be shitty. But do you guys remember Mac Jones's rookie year?
That is a great pull, right?
That's kind of what I mean. Like he was good enough and just like not making huge mistakes and just kind of doing his thing and learning.
Again, like different play style, just like the Kyler comp. But Ryan, that is a great pull. I love that on the spot. Look at you, dude. 10 out of 10.
Tip that cap, baby.
All right, moving down in the division, let's go to the Packers next. Moran, give us some idea, the biggest questions that face the Packers heading into training camp, stuff you're watching. What do you think?
Biggest thing is the cornerback room. I've been watching that since the end of the season, like what's been going on, what's coming up. And also, I told you guys, we have 2 basically rookie classes coming back this year with the actual rookie class and Marshawn Lloyd. So yeah, that's what I'm looking out for. Also, just
Marshawn Lloyd is fully healthy, Moran. He's like out practicing. He's doing everything. Nice.
Yeah. If you were watching the first day of training camp today, MVP. If we're gonna, over exaggerate, but no, I like
somebody's got to win the award. Let's give it to him.
Literally. But also just looking at Jordan Love, he's obviously you want to see he's moving around, blah blah blah. But in general, it's just the cornerback room. I've been having guys like hit me up the last month and a half that, oh my God, Bo Melton switching to corner. Bo Melton, Bo Melton. I've never seen someone focused on Bo Melton more than my friends in Dearborn. They must be very bored. But yeah, just the cornerback room. That's all I can say.
Didn't we lead one of our shows a few weeks ago with you talking about Bo Melton?
I did. Yeah, we did. But like they're like thinking that they want like Bo Melton. Like we think he's going to be a Pro Bowler. No, it's more he's very talented. We don't want to lose him. We have the best receiving room in football, and we can use him somewhere else.
You might say a Pro Bowler.
I see what you did there. You better leave.
See what I did there? So when I think about the Packers as we head into training camp, I've been doing a little reflecting the past few days. You know, you're about to have a kid. You start thinking about, you know, your life and your situation. I just turned 40 and where you're at. No, I hate the Packers with the fire of 1,000 suns. But I have to say, I do think there's part of me that thinks that the Packers are going to be a real problem this year. It just kind of feels like they're sliding under the radar. The Lions lost 2 coordinators, are coming off a couple great regular seasons in a row. The Bears and Ben Johnson and Caleb, it's all very exciting. Everyone's very excited. I'm excited. I get it. The Vikings have a QB that's super curious and nobody knows about. And the Packers, like, you know, they've got some questions at corner. We'd still like to see some more playmaking out of their receivers, but they got a defense full of talented first-round picks. They always have a good offensive line. Like, I don't know. If Jordan Love plays like Jordan Love the second half of 2023, or even 85% of it, it feels like the Packers could easily be the best team in the NFC. And I don't love saying that.
What? Easily?
But that feels like it's within the range of outcomes.
But Matt, that is, and like, I don't even think what you're saying is wrong, but that's such a big what if. Like, that's really what it comes down to. Like, Jordan Love did not look very good last year. The second half of the year before, I totally agree with you. He was lighting the world on fire, throwing touchdowns like crazy. But like, I think for me as a Lions fan from the outside looking in, like, screw the cornerbacks, screw the receivers. Jordan Love is my biggest question mark for the Packers.
Oh, without question. Yeah.
Can I jump in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jordan Love didn't play well last year. According to you guys, we won more games. Jordan Love wasn't healthy. We won more games. Like, Matt is, like, I almost wanted to, like, jump into the screen and give Matt a big smoocheroo on the forehead. He hit it on the head, literally. Like, this offseason has felt like ho-hum, what is going to be done? It's been a real, and I did come up with that myself.
Wow.
But, no, like...
For our audio listeners, Moran just gave himself a fat Barry Horowitz pat on the back.
No, but just, like, it's just the negativity that's coming from last year on Jordan Love is wild when you, like, back up and see that we won more games last year. Like, it's going to be okay. I promise.
And as a noted Packers hater, I'll be honest, I was, like, pretty guilty of that too. Like, obviously, I want Jordan Love to be bad. My life will be easier if he is bad. I don't want him to be injured. I want him to, like, be healthy and just throw a lot of picks and make a lot of bad decisions. But as I thought about it more, and after we talked to Andy a little bit last week, and I, you know, just did a little reflecting, I was like, man, it's, like, not out of the realm of possibilities that Jordan Love was just hurt, injured for the whole year and played bad because of it. So we'll see.
And yeah, to be fair, he got hurt week 1, right? I was with Moran. Oh my God, he was in shambles that night. You'll never see a quieter Moran than week 1 of the 2024 NFL season after that game against Philly.
Like, we literally just talked about it. Like, you wait all
you
off
wait
season.
so long. I know.
Week one hits the ball, and you smell it. Like, I just want to
You
Bro,
walk
stop
out.
sniffing your microphone.
You walk out. It reeks like football.
No,
Yeah, and
I
then the
get
guy
it, man.
gets hurt,
It's
and
deflating.
and Ryan, like, we barely watch games in my basement. We're always at Ryan's. The time he comes over, the guy gets hurt. I almost kicked the guy out, and it's my brother.
Fault now,
Like,
man. You hear that? It's Ryan's fault that he got hurt because he
I
came
mean,
over.
you gotta blame somebody. In the moment,
Some-
as a fan, you can't just be like, "Oh my God, my guy got hurt." You have to immediately reflect and
Also-
deflect blame onto someone else. It can't be
Also,
you.
they
It can't.
they always say, look at what changed around you. My wife was here. She's been here. My kid's been here. The only thing that was different was Ryan.
Proof's in the pudding, Ryan. We crunched the numbers. We did the data, and that's what we came up with.
But I think this year will tell us all we need to know about Jordan Love. Is he going to fix the dumb pick sixes he's been throwing? Is he going to stop throwing off his freaking back foot? For the love of God, that would drive me crazy as a Packers fan.
When it
and
works, though, it looks so cool. Some of those throws against Dallas, I was like, dude,
he's Mr. Cool Guy.
I can't.
He's
do
married
this.
now, right? Something changed in Jordan Love's life. Maybe that kind of cleared his head or added more stress, depending on who you married. You know, it all depends, man. This year, there's no excuses. You are healthy, like you said. You have a great receiving core, according to Moran from the Honolulu Cheese podcast. Go do your thing and earn your $55 million contract or get out. Like, that's it.
Moran, can you give us a guy? And Moran, this is just a perfect question for you because your obscure guy meter is just off the charts. You could name some guys with the best of them. Give us a Packer to watch in training camp that you think could have more of an impact on the 2025 season than people are assuming right now.
I'm not going to say Cooper because he's going to be all pro this year. We've talked about him ad nauseum. It's going to be Evan Williams. Just look out for Evan Williams.
Can you give us some info about Evan Williams in case our listeners or me don't know who that is or what position he plays?
He plays safety. So before he got hurt last year, he was a top 8 safety. Him and X, our defense was phenomenal.
Top 8 in the league or the NFC North?
No, I hate you. No, like I don't know if you remember me showing it, Ryan, that they had Kirby, what's his name, Brian Branch, X, and him. Remember I showed you guys those rankings?
The graphic, yeah.
Yeah, they were like, there was 4 of them in the top 9. Evan Williams was rated the best defensive rookie before he got hurt. So
who was that graphic from again, Moran, that you posted?
it was PFF. I don't like PFF a lot.
Really? A callback for our listeners.
Yeah, no, hold on. I only posted PFF because these guys all year were posting PFF number 1 and 2 safety, number 1 and 2 safety. So I posted it. But
I only use PFF when it benefits my argument. That's 100%. A fine answer too. I'm good with that. We all do that.
Moran has such a toxic relationship with PFF. It's either
really
honeymoon or it's divorce, depending on which way the wind blows.
No, but Evan Williams makes our defense a lot better. Just him there. Hopefully, he has an injury problem. Like last year, he got hurt. He came back, then got hurt. Cooper is just going to be lights out. And then hopefully Lucas Van Ness, they actually play him the way that he should be played. So, but to answer your question, Evan Williams.
Say more about that, Moran. I'm curious. Just because I liked the Lucas Van Ness pick coming out, I think his mom was also hot. Shout out to her, Mrs. Van Ness, respectfully, of course. But I just, I was just wondering. Maybe it was his sister, girlfriend. I think he just had a ton of babes around him.
You are making a mess of this discussion by talking about Lucas Van Ness's sister. But no, they just have to play him more snaps. More snaps. They played him in very limited situations last year. Like watching the games, I can tell you probably every play that he's going to come in without even seeing that he's on the field yet. It was just very obvious when they played him. They just have to mix it up more. And I was talking about this in our chat that Matt's not cool enough to be in, that they got to play him better. Like, And if he's not played better this year, it starts to fall on him, because if you're not being put in those situations, there's a reason you're not being put in those situations. So this is a
You
make or break year for him.
You'd say, Moran, thus far, 2 years, I believe it is, into Lucas Van Ness's career, he's been underwhelming for where he was drafted, whether or not that's his fault.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, underwhelming based on stats. They did the same thing with Rashawn Gary. When we draft defensive players, it's very, very rare that we play them right away. That's honestly why I'm a little bit scared that they, like, pull the gas back a little on Edgerrin Cooper, and I will be furious because it's very obvious that he's good. But because he's a second-year player, we have the tendency to not play those players as much as we should. They may hold back the curtain on Edgerrin Cooper as well, which would be very frustrating. But there's so much history about it. I think Clay Matthews they played right away, but like more than our defensive first round picks, we have always been so like hesitant with putting them on the field. But with this D coordinator, we weren't hesitant with Evan Williams as a rookie last year. We weren't hesitant with Coop, so we'll see. But
Quick,
that's what I'm feeling.
quick segue before we hit the rest of the division. I don't know if you guys ever watch A Football Life, but there's an interview. I think it's the Lawrence Taylor of Football Life, and they're interviewing Bill Parcells. And Bill Parcells had a rule with rookies that they never played with the first team in training camp. So LT was like the number 2 pick. And they're like, well, how long did it take until LT got to play with the first team? He goes, 1 play. I was like, oh, okay. 1 play of training camp. And they were like, all right, dude, we can't even pretend. Like, go do your thing. We could definitely hit the Bears next here. I mean, what I'm watching, the question marks, pretty much everything to do with the 2025 Chicago Bears circles around Ben Johnson and his relationship with Caleb Williams and how the Bears offense is designed and how it looks. First couple days of training camp reports have been Ben Johnson is very intense. I saw today 2 things. Number 1, he kicked the first team offense off the field on 1 play because they couldn't get lined up. So he just kicked him off the field. And we also cut a cornerback in the middle of practice who lost a running back on a wheel route. So the tides of accountability have definitely changed in Chicago. We got a comment in here from Cartier, that must be French, that clearly explains why he doesn't know ball. Bears drafting a new QB1 next offseason. So I don't know if Cartier, if they don't have any football in France, so you wouldn't really
he's
know.
From the U.S.
We'll send you some soccer highlights. Mbappe, great for 19, can't beat him. But yeah, I mean, the Bears, I mean, and there's other questions. The Bears have a big rookie class. Obviously we drafted Colston Loveland. Is he healthy? Is he out there? Luther Burden. Is he healthy? Is he out there? But just seeing the transformation of the Bears offense and obviously hoping everyone stays healthy and all the new offensive line additions kind of gel together and get time together. 'Cause training camp injuries are like they never sound serious, right? Like, oh, he tweaked a calf. Oh, he twisted a shoulder. And then but like for the Bears offensive line specifically, like these dudes need reps together. They've never played together. You could potentially have 4 new starters when you factor in a competition at left tackle between the incumbent Braxton Jones and Kron Amagaji and Ozzie Trapillo, who we drafted this year. Obviously, Tooney, Jonah Jackson, and Drew Dahlman, all new additions. So getting some continuity along the offensive line and keeping everyone healthy throughout camp, I think, is huge. What do you guys think? Questions
Matt,
about the Bears?
Quick. So I just have a 2-part question for you about Ben Johnson. My first question is, did you expect him to be intense like this heading into training camp? And 2, how do you feel about that intensity sitting here as a Chicago Bears fan right now?
I did not expect it to this degree. Ben Johnson, from the limited viewing you get of coordinator interviews, seemed more mild-mannered than, super, super intense, like a football drill sergeant. But I kind of like, the more I read and see about Ben Johnson as a head coach, he just gives me like football psychopath vibes. Like, could have a family in his freezer, might be a murderer, just absolutely breathes football. Almost like a Tom Thibodeau from back in the day when Tom Thibodeau used to coach the Bulls. Just seems like a borderline football robot.
So can I just jump in for a second? Like, I don't buy it though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I never once saw Ben Johnson get like heated or upset or yelling at players during the games, during practices. Nothing. No reports of it. He was always the cool, calm dude who'd crack a joke every now and then just be it. Like quiet, silent, genius calling plays type guy.
It's not his place when you're a coordinator.
And you have a head coach that fits that mold, that is fiery, that is intense. So sometimes yin balances yang. So
yeah, but
I don't feel.
But just be careful about the Matt Patricia effect, where you try to be something you're not and try to be big boss man.
I was literally
and
about
turn
to
all
bring
your
that
players off. Just be careful, because it's a big game of like, who's got the biggest wang in here, and no one wants to back down, and you have to show them who's boss. Like, it doesn't work that way. Just be yourself and be a good leader. That's all you got to do.
Completely agree. If Ben Johnson's fieriness and intensity is an act, it'll wear thin and players will see through it. 100%. So obviously impossible for us to say as we sit here. I'm going to hope that it's not an act and that it's genuine and that, guys buy in. But if he's inconsistent, it's not going to work.
And I do agree real quick that it wasn't his place as Dan Campbell as head coach. And I get that you're the OC. It's not your place to do that. So if that's who he is, great. I hope it's not an act, like you said.
Moran,
can you get more into the corner? The corner getting cut, like, are we really doing that day one? Like,
I know that almost seems like it was staged, and that guy will be back tomorrow. Like, you talk to him before practice, and you're like, "So, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna make a show of it. You gotta set an example somewhere." I remember my dad used to do that in basketball practices in 4th grade. He'd yell at me just to be like, gotta let the fellas know that we're serious out here.
But the thing is too, like, that's the fakeness that I'm saying. Like, you wanted to cut a guy, like, it's not cute. Like, if that's you, if you
it's
have
not
to
performing, get him out of here.
Okay, well, when he challenges something that's very obvious, we'll do the same. Get him out of here.
Yeah, well, challenging is hard. For some reason, all NFL head coaches just struggle with the challenge flag. I've never really understood how guys just can't figure it out, but here we are. They have a lot going on. I get that. And then, the Bears obviously have a lot of questions facing them. As far as what I'm keeping an eye on, the left tackle competition is definitely intriguing to me. Braxton Jones has been fine. We drafted Ozzie Trapillo in the 2nd round. Karan Amagaji, who we took last year in the 3rd round, is like, if you could build a left tackle in a lab, it'd be him. He's massive. He has huge arms. He's super athletic. He just might stink. I don't know. Another year, in an NFL offseason program with a new O-line coach, maybe it helps, but we'll see. And then my guy to keep an eye on, I'm kind of taking a liking to 7th round rookie Kyle Monungai, the running back from Rutgers. Seems like he's got a little juice. He's like a short guy, little compact. Almost reminds me of like Darren Sproles is like the easy comp, scat back. So maybe a Theo Riddick, a Darren Sproles, just like got some juice, decent pass catcher. So we'll see how that goes. Ryan.
Tried picking him up in Dynasty. I bid $1 on him, and someone took him for $2. I think that's
tough.
That's going to be your future starter.
They literally bid double, Moran. He got paid twice as much to go to the other team. You got to take the money and run. Good for Kyle. What about you, Ryan? As far as what we're watching, biggest questions, what are we keeping our eyes on in Allen Park?
You got it. You nailed it. There you go. The pulse on the Lions fan base sitting here today, Wednesday, July 23rd, is not good. We are getting increasingly anxious. Oh, thank you for the very well placed music. I like that. We're getting increasingly anxious about these injuries already, and I think we kind of have like injury PTSD from last year, where we have a few of them rearing their ugly head rather, and it doesn't feel good. The one that hit the hardest was Levi Onwuzurike, who weirdly enough, like in the offseason, just signed a 1-year deal and then is now out with a torn ACL for the whole season. And this is not like these guys I'm about to name, the Levi Onwuzurikes, the Sione Vakis, the Broderick Martins, on their own are not like deal breakers, but it's
You
just
need
not a good
bodies.
sign. Yeah, like it adds up. Like Levi Onwuzurike was going to play starter snaps this year, and now we're like going to scramble
He's
to
number two.
find. Yeah, to find our defensive tackle. Ali McNeil's missing the first 6 weeks of the year, I believe.
I was just going to
And-
ask that. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
it even that much more impactful
Marcus,
for a guy that
Marcus
you're like,
Davenport will play a total of 5 games this year. It's
I hope he plays all 17, but that's unlikely given his history. DJ Reader is up there in age and did not have a good first year with us last year. You're counting on Davenport to stay healthy. You're counting on Hutch to return to his true form. Like, who even knows if that's going to happen? I hope so. Like, there are so many ways that our defensive line could just be in shambles by like week 4 and us being in real trouble. The same, well, I'm not going to say the same because I feel a little bit better about our offensive line, but that's also a ginormous question mark heading into the year. You lost Ragnow. Decker's on the pup list to start training camp. I'm not even sure why. I think he'll be back, but that's not a good sign either, especially for an aging left tackle. You got Penei Sewell in there, but you're also counting on like Christian Mahogany and Tate Ratledge playing huge snaps, and they've never had serious playing time so far. So there's just a lot of like, it could be fine, but it doesn't feel good right now. And you throw in the two new coordinators. Like, there's just a lot going on right now. You're a talented team, but I just don't love the way we're looking in the trenches right now. And I'll always believe that was our strength, especially last year. Like, we had the second best offensive line in football, bar none. Like, you can't question it. And now I'd be hard pressed to say we're top 10 sitting here today. And that's not a good feeling.
yeah, I do. I mean, who knows if he's going to be a good offensive lineman, but Tate Ratledge, that's a
what
guy I can get behind rooting for. He
Hell yeah.
just seems like a
he
guy
just looks the part.
you could just delete beers with this guy, hang out. Like, if he's not good at football, it won't be because he's dressed for the job he wants.
That's the most Dan Campbell type dude you could have drafted, and he's in the right place, and he's gonna get snaps. Like this whole second round domino thing we were talking about was so crucial because we cannot afford to
For
not
sure.
have Tate Ratledge getting these training camp reps right now. It just can't happen.
Absolutely. And then as far as like Ryan, things you're keeping an eye on at this point, is it just, can we not lose anyone to injury?
That for sure. I mean, I think health is just always our biggest thing we can't get over. Like, I start questioning our training staff. Fair, unfair, I don't care. That's where I'm at as a fan. It's just so frustrating to read about all these. My player to keep an eye on is going to be Tyrion Arnold. He is such an important player this year. If he takes that next step and becomes the lockdown corner we know he can be, then I am confident. Oh yeah, we know he can be that. He's talented, bro. He's got the talent.
For sure.
Then I'm feeling very okay. Like, our secondary goes from good to great, right? Like, we have great safeties. There's no question there. I think DJ Reed will be fine coming from the Jets. I need Tyrion Arnold to be better than last year. And especially considering the trouble we're having on defensive line. that I think we're going to have on defensive line. I need you to just be better.
Your corners become all that more important.
Yes, exactly.
But that's it. Go ahead, Mac.
Oh, go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say that's the thing too, though. Like they threw Arnold into the fire last year, and the front seven was pretty good until Hutch got hurt.
Yeah.
But like Kieran Arnold is expected to play better this year, and their defensive line is going to be much worse than last year.
I chalk his last year though up to being a rookie cornerback. Like I can't imagine.
Corner's a hard position, man.
It's such a hard position. Like
Ask Monte Carroll.
Like not everybody is Sauce Gardner coming out and just Pro Bowl first year. Like it's just so hard. So yes, our defense around him I think did get worse, and you do have a new coordinator, which also can't be easy on him. But I'm just counting on you to be more in tune with being an NFL pro going into year 2.
I like it. And then is there anybody we should be keeping an eye on? Maybe an under the radar name, anyone unexpected that you're like, ooh, if he's actually a dude, interesting. Is it the Tesla? Tell me it's the Tesla.
Bro, I don't think Tesla's going to get playing time, at least not up until like later in the year. I hope he does. I think he's so fun.
Wait till Elon finds out about this. Jesus.
But honestly, like if one of our receivers were to miss some time ahead of him, like if Tim Patrick, he's got a brutal injury history before last year. Like we could see Isaac Tesla sooner rather than later. I kind of hope that's not the case, but we could be in for a fun time. I don't know.
What if he has no gas?
See, I just knew by Moran's tone of voice that a dumbass pun was coming.
I could see it in his eyes. I was like, Moran's got one cooking right now.
No, but honestly, to answer your question, it was going to be both Mahogany and Tate Ratledge. Like, nobody knows who these guys are yet. Nobody knows how good they're going to be, but they are just so important to how our offense runs next year, especially with Ragnow gone. Like, it's everything, man. It's everything, and I can't wait to see how training camp goes for them.
I think that's a great answer with Mahogany and Ratledge, but like they're not really in the position of like having them be unexpected contributors. Like they need them to be serviceable at the very least week 1. Like if those guys are behind the 8 ball, if they're injured and miss time, like you guys lost some bodies. Like those guys have to like look like NFL players out of the gate for the Lions to continue, the success that they've had, at least in the regular season.
Yeah. And honestly, the more injuries that come our way, the more questions get hurled at Brad Holmes for not investing more into our roster. And I want to be fair to Brad Holmes too, because I know like we've made draft picks on defense and offense that should build up this depth. And that's where you got guys like Ratledge coming in to help. But like, man, we just need more guys in the defensive line, man. We've been begging for it. And I don't even need the Trey Hendricksons of the world. I just need more than like Marcus Davenport to count on right now, because I don't feel good about him being opposite Hutch and needing him to be healthy. Like what happens if and when he goes down? I don't know.
Right now, Holmes is being exposed for the back end of the draft. He needs to find talent on the back end of the draft. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, and that's where I think he kind of gets himself in trouble, because like last year we traded up for Giovanni Manu. And like we gave up a 3rd round pick to go after him, I believe. Like that's a valuable pick, bro. Like that you could get a really good player in the 3rd round to help your team.
What's going on with that guy?
I don't know. I don't think he's going to get any serious reps this year. Like he was the pinnacle project offensive line player. Like I think he could be very good. I don't know if we're counting on him this year, and I hope not. I really don't.
He was drafted a year away from being a year away.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of like a prospect in baseball, like the Max Clark, where you wait for him for 2 or 3 years. I don't know if he's as talented in the football version of that, but you kind of get my point that like you're kind of just waiting for him to become serviceable, not right away.
Watching a little A-ball, and folks, you heard it here first from Ryan. Brad Holmes, possibly overrated. You never know.
That's not what I said, but sure. See, this is how things get twisted.
All right, boys. Before we get out of here, you guys got anything else you want to touch on? Anything else you're excited for? Want to tell any fun anecdotes about, any old fables here? Just wanted to throw
someone
it out
starts
there.
sniffing their microphone, I'm gonna snap. Honestly.
So I got something I want to talk about. Next week, first ever 2-night SummerSlam. It is gonna be lit. And not only is it gonna be lit, Fandango has teamed up, or Fandango
I think
has
it's
teamed up. No, I know. Matt gets the reference. But Fandango has teamed up with WWE. It's gonna be in movie theaters, which is, we've been all clamoring for this. It's gonna be sick. Next week's gonna be fun.
I will be just elbows deep in the delivery room. So hopefully I make it out to be able to catch some of night 1 and night 2, and me and my daughter can sit in a rocking chair in the garage while my wife gets some sleep. So, as always, guys, thanks so much for listening. Everybody who, joined us in the chat, we appreciate it. Even if you don't watch Ball, Cartier, not your fault. We'll get some TVs over to France, a Red Zone channel. We'll make it happen. But yeah, follow us as always on the socials, the Honolulu Cheese Podcast. You guys know where to find us. I'm on X at Chung Diesel. Moran is at m.hazen at Honolulu Cheese Podcast on the socials. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Hopefully I'll be on the show. Might be taking a slight week or two hiatus. We'll see how everything goes with the arrival of the new addition to the Young family. So if you're a prayer person, do that. If you're a thoughts person, give us some positive vibes sent our way, and we'll be back better than ever, and look forward to it. Ryan, take us home.
And with that, may your Kool-Aid stay blue.
And your head stay cheesy.
Bears. Peace out, y'all.
Later.